G'day and welcome to our next live stream. Woohoo! Very, very happy that we are here.
I can't hear you. No one can hear you.
Just wait.
Ah, intro.
Yeah. Don't forget there's the delay. Okay. We'll just wait for a moment just to make sure things are catching up a little. There is a delay in what's going on. Yes? Sound coming through?
That's a massive delay.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God.
It is. But the sound is coming through? Okay. So, just so everyone knows, I've got David over there is going to be monitoring the chat for me.
Hello.
Comments from the super coach in the background. All right. I'll just have a sip here of my mocha. So disappointed. So disappointed. Nobody knew it was a mocha. A couple of people got close with a coffee, but no, mocha. I mock your entries. Anyway. All right, so what are we going to do today? Well, there was a vote, sort of, and not many people voted for the good old chaplain. Very disappointed about that. Maybe it was something to do with the pink. I don't know, blame Joel for that one. Anyway, so what are we painting? We are painting the dragon. Dragon, good old draggy. So, what shall we work on? I think last time we were doing a little bit of work on some of the scales up around the top, and we were doing some of the work on the base, so we can continue that. If you have, Dominic, thank you very much for your congrats. There's a lot of congratulations going on there. I am so chuffed to have 500 subscribers. That just blows me away. Anyway, so today we are going to be continuing painting the good old dragon here. Now, I don't know what parts of it you particularly want me to focus on and show you, but we can work from there. All right, if you have any questions, please post them in the comments there. David is watching and will keep me updated. I do have it here as well, just in case he gets distracted. And no, Marie, it was not vodka. It was not vodka. There's only the one time that I've ever had the vodka, and trust me, it was both memorable and forgettable. And we won't be repeating that instance. Thank you very much to my Russian friend who introduced me to that. Anyway, that's a story that is for, more adult ears. Anyway, we're up to the dragon. What are we going to do? What are we going to paint? I'm going to take the base and put that away right now. We can continue with some of the work on the scales, on the underbelly part. We can paint up the claws. I can do a bit of work on the tongue. What do you want to see? What do you want to pick on first? I'm just going to give him a bit of a brush down because he's a bit dusty. Probably should do that with a bigger brush, but I don't think I have one here. No, I don't. Okay, I've taken them all out because they were all out there in the kitchen table for when we were doing the desert board, which was a lot of fun. All right. Come on, guys. What are we going to paint? What are we going to paint? Which part? Random Channel for Life. Hey, sir, you know me. Random Channel for Life. I do know that. Who's commented with that before? Random Channel for Life. I know that I've seen comments from you in the chats before. I cannot think about it. Hobo Joe Senior, welcome. How you doing, Andres? La Piana. Oh, so pleased to see you there. It really just warms my heart that you are jumping on with these. I really appreciate it. Great to see you there. Sam Harrington, David Pog. Okay. I'm hearing it live with about a 25-second delay. Yeah, there will be about that. That's okay. That's okay. MD Bass. Ooh. Maddie's watching. Fantastic. I think it needs a pedicure. It does. So what about...
Someone asked if, do you make a mocha mixed with Milo?
Yeah, okay, so what goes into a mocha? All right. For starts, a mocha. a mocha has to have a really nice coffee base. Now, for me, that means that I cannot see the bottom of the cup. There needs to be enough coffee that I cannot see the bottom of the cup. That goes in first. Then either your choice of chocolate. You could do like really nice drinking chocolate. You could do Milo. You could do Nesquik. Either way, whatever. Add that in. And so you've got your coffee, you've got your chocolate. That's a mocha. That's brilliant. Love it. That is my absolute #1 favorite drink. And for all of the students that I have taught over the years, you should have seen the labels on my cup. Double shot mocha. Deliberately set it up. Well, actually, there was a couple of setups because I was wearing the shirt there that had "I only go on coffee runs," which is why a couple of you said coffee. That was actually a deliberate ploy. But anyway.
Mocha is coffee.
Yeah, mocha is coffee, but it also is extra. I mean, it could have been an Irish whiskey, which is coffee with whiskey. But no, I'm not doing that.
Hang on, that's an Irish whiskey, not an Irish coffee?
Irish coffee, yes. Irish coffee. Irish coffee. All right. Okay, so I got my coffee. I got my mocha. We're good to go. Today we've got our Crit Happens shirt. Oh, I don't think you'll... Yeah, there we go. Crit Happens because, of course, yes, it does. All right. Okay, so let's get into some painting. Let's go to our change. Here we go.
Holly McRob says making a mocha with Milo feels wrong.
You could do it with Nesquik, and I often do it with that. But let's just all agree on the point that it has to have lots of coffee. Lots of coffee. That's a given. All right. Actually, hang on. I'll do the base in a moment because that'll give time for the claws to dry. Put that over there. Let's do claws. I'm going to start with a nice leather brown. Does that look weirdly shaped? Is there something wrong with the picture there? It looks really odd.
It looks okay to me.
I don't know why.
Ragini's taking a break from prac to watch your live stream.
Thank you, Ragini. Welcome to the stream.
And class is over, so it's fine.
The class is over, yeah. So you can take a break from prac. That's all good. That's all good. All right, let's go. We're going to start with this leather brown, which I think might even be the color that I had there originally, but they look like they need a slight top up.
So many people are horrified at the coffee remarks. One person exclaiming about Nesquik, someone else claiming chai is better.
Chai.
Joash is just wondering how the conversation changed.
Welcome, Joash. Lovely to have you here. And unfortunately, you weren't first. Okay, so what I'm going to do... let's make sure I've got the right angle here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to... Oh, no, that's not the same color. So in all of these claws, I'm going to go nearly up to the quick, the Nesquik, and there'll be a few little extra strands just going forward. I don't want to completely cover it. Let's go with that one before I go underneath. How is everybody doing? All of the Sydney Siders, how are you coping with this lockdown? You all surviving? Everybody's sanity staying intact? I know mine was only hanging in by a thread to start with, so it's only a matter of time before I go a little more loopy. Would love to hear how you're doing, or what hobby projects you might be tackling at the moment.
I think you may have upset Joash by saying that someone else was first.
Oh, what's happened?
A knife emoji in the chat?
I don't think that's directed at me. I think that's directed at whoever was first, which I think was Arian. And Riri was nearly first until she realized she wasn't.
Gamers Official says, yes, surviving in lockdown. Riri, keep trying to leave the house but the door's locked. Joash, casually questioning my life. Pills and potions as well later. Akshita says, hate it here.
Hang on, aren't you at home? That's worrying. Akshita, please stay safe.
Holly, I feel a little bad for. Online course is the worst for a practical course.
Oh yeah.
And then Andreas has been huffing too much paint thinner.
Oh yeah. Look, I've been down there with the resin printer sort of many days.
Paint thinner is a poor man's crick water.
I know Lopiano will get that joke. Paint thinner is a poor man's crick water. Yep. Got to get some crick water. That good old crick water. Got to mix it up there with a bit of a jambalaya. Anyone who doesn't know, NADPOD. That's all I'm going to say, NADPOD. Gotta love those guys.
Random Channel for Life says, how have you been?
How have I been? Well, so we are in week 1 of the term, and I think quite a lot of you probably saw my video of the desert terrain, which was there for the what do you call it? Oh my God, I lost the name. The Gateway to the Gods, which was the previous episode that I released, which is an amazing model from Ian. It was so much fun to paint, and actually a surprisingly fast paint. So that was really good. But anyway, so that first week of the holidays, we were supposed to be skiing. I had been looking forward to that holiday all term. It's just, yeah. I do not get to go skiing very often. I mean, it's not really a very cheap holiday. But the last time we went was 3 years ago, and I was looking forward to this like you would not believe. We were in the car. We were already on our way out of Sydney, and we got to about Campbelltown. So we'd been travelling for about 40 minutes. We were down on the M7, and that was when we heard the announcement at 2 o'clock on that Saturday afternoon, first week of the holidays, to say lockdown, but backdate it until the beginning of the previous week.
Who looks down a butt?
I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
And Bailey says, congratulations for 500 subs.
Bailey!
You also now have Ragini, Ashita, and Joash all willing to sign a petition to bring the beard back.
First people to notice. Thank you. I have been in classes, meetings, staff meetings all week. First time anybody has actually mentioned anything about the beard being gone. And it went in the first week of the holidays. I think David noticed it first.
Yeah.
He came out that morning and took one look and just went, oh. Emma.
I remember that.
Emma didn't notice until the following day. Wow. So yeah, not one class has mentioned about the beard all week. And Bailey, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. Okay, that one looks like it's missing quite a bit of the brown up to the quick. How can I? All right. So anyway, back to the story. So I was meant to be going skiing the first week of the holidays. We couldn't get out of Sydney. So I was in lockdown here. Yes, because they did backdate it to say anybody that was in Sydney in that last week of the term, you were also in lockdown, regardless of where you had gone to. So even if we'd left Sydney and we were already on the ski fields, we would have then had to go and self-isolate in Jindabyne, and that would have sucked majorly. I cannot tell you how much that would have hurt to be at the ski fields and not allowed on the ski fields. So yeah, we'd gotten to Campbelltown and we heard that notification, which I have to say I actually appreciate. I'm going to change the angle here because I think it's just a little bit low for what you're doing, or for what I'm meant to be doing. Let's come in a little bit more. All right, is that better? Come on, come on, come on, come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Good boy. I think. Oh yeah. So we're backdated to the Monday. So yeah, stuck. Sydney. I was pretty devastated. Been a very, very long term, and I needed that holiday very, very badly. Anyway, so I threw myself into some painting. The video for Gateway to the Gods was originally only going to be Gateway to the Gods. I had the houses were printed but not painted for the desert scene, and the granary that was printed. So that was the only terrain that I was going to include in that, just as extra stuff. That week I threw myself into it so hardcore. We printed up all the rest of the scenery from that video. All the rest of the scenery, the miniatures were all printed in that week. And then painted in like the 3-4 days before I had to put the video out. That is massive, and I cannot say thank you enough to my family for the effort that they went to help get all of that scenery done. So yeah, they did a massive job. My wife in particular was painting with me many nights. That was really, really appreciated it. So there you go, Maddie. Publicly, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you. Anyway, so yeah, so I threw myself into the desert terrain because obviously when you can't go to the snow, you go to the desert. No? Okay. Anyway, so we did the desert board, and that was so much fun. Oh my God, I had never really painted desert scenery properly before. So you know, the granary and the houses, they were my test paint, and I did that as it was essentially a 90-minute challenge to see what I could get done. And I got the majority of it done. I think if you are following me on Instagram, you'll see the photos there from, you know, that first week of the holidays.
Actually, this says the dragon looks so cool, and the piano, I don't know who that is. It just says that's a lot of printing and painting. Oh
God, yes. Oh yes, the printers were going non-stop. They, you know, that if you see that video, that actually wasn't everything that was printed that week. There are actually a few things that didn't get printed, such as let's get down here. Here's one of the things. This is one of the tents. I actually printed 2 tents. This is the double, and there was the single. The single I actually got cleaned up, and I started spraying it, and unfortunately I moved it the other day, and I broke one of those. But anyway, I mean that's fantastic. It's even got like the Hessian gauze on the sides.
Speaking of all the printing,
yeah.
Andreas said he printed like 3 chimeras and a couple Malcadors in anticipation for the 40k club days. So rip.
Oh, look,
He's also painted a bunch of his Cador stuff. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that.
That'll be good. Okay, I love to hear about people actually getting stuff painted. That's really, really good to hear. And don't worry, Andreas, we will get back to do some club days. Obviously,
The piano says the tent's beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Says they can see it in purple and gold. I like that.
Purple and gold, yep. Yep, I like that.
Though.
Yeah, okay, so that's the thing to look at. What were some of the colors that you would have had back then? Purple was a very difficult color to actually replicate in terms of dyes and inks and things. So you didn't actually have it a lot, which is why it was often used for things like royalty. Getting a good blue was actually relatively easy. So you'll see a lot of Egyptian clothing from back then that had blues in them. Same with reds, or more like a magenta going into sort of the pinky colors. So those sorts of things, very common, which is why I've got the single tent is red, and I will highlight all of that up to red, and that one I was planning to do blue. But maybe because it's the double tent, maybe it is to do with royalty. Maybe it could go purple. I do like that idea. Very cool. Purple's a wonderful color to paint with. I do love painting with purple. It's such a nice color. Such a nice color. Which reminds me, I could get a little bit of work done on that tongue right now using my lovely heavy violet. So while we wait for the claws to dry, always shake your paints. Never worry. Okay, let's go. Purple. I do not need a lot. Well, there's a lot coming out. It's already gone purple, so I want to lighten this up. Okay.
They said history and art lesson. I said history and art lesson, please. Why would blue be easier than purple?
I don't know the full reasoning behind it, but it's about how you make the pigment. And I know that certain colors were really hard to do. I can give you one
I'm looking it up.
one reason. If you know anything about Royal Doulton, their pieces that they made. My mother was a massive fan of Royal Doulton, or is. She still is. They never did a decent Santa Claus for decades. They didn't do a decent Santa Claus. Why? You could not get a good red. After you'd fired the piece, the red would fade. It'd be more of a pinkish color, or it'd be like a deep burgundy. Getting red, like a Santa Claus red, didn't happen. So their first Santa Claus model was decades after they had started, when they could actually get a decent red pigment. Okay, what'd you find?
Two things. Firstly, the dye is really rare because it came from a specific type of mollusk, a famous and rare type of mollusk in the Mediterranean. So it was incredibly hard to get and wouldn't last as long as some other dyes. So that's why it'd be more expensive than all of them.
There you go.
That's the famous Tyrrhene purple. Also, 4 people have said hello. A Gustavo Meldrum.
Nice last name. It's a Moggy Woggy. I have no idea who that is.
Nice last
Gustavo Meldrum.
and William Yu.
Gustavo Meldrum.
Sir, say hi to your son for me. I don't know if he remembers me. Probably not.
Gustavo. Who's Gustavo? Oh, I know that. Who is that? Gustavo. Okay, I'm struggling to remember you. I'm really sorry for that. Gustavo. I think I do. I think I remember. But yeah, the memory these days is not as good as it used to be. Okay. So what I'm doing at the moment is, while we're waiting for that, I'm just adding some first shade lightening to the tongue. Now let's see if I can get that in the shot there. So I've got my purple, I've got my white. What I'm doing is, while it is there and it's wet, add.
They say it's Gus. I'm in.
Gus.
RU class. I think it's your.
Oh, Gus. Okay, Gus. Yes. I taught you last year in Year 7. I don't have you this year. I had you in the shared class with Mrs. Lee. That's right. Okay. So while we're going here, through the middle mainly is that purple, and then I'm just adding extra highlighting through that there. All right.
William Youd says, "Hey sir, nice painting."
Thanks, William. How is your acting going? Any? Well, no. Well, that was a stupid question because, of course, at the moment there's not going to be any acting going, is there? That was a really stupid question. All right. So.
And it's a Mogi. I don't know. It says, "I'm a Mog. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't think you've ever taught me, so might not know him."
Okay.
Student at the school.
I'm Amog. I don't think you've ever taught me. No, I don't think I have. Yeah, unlucky. Which of us? Yeah, I'm getting forced to go on a walk now. You know what? Log in on your phone. You can keep listening. Ha! So, Arian, that's all good. All right, I think that's enough on the purple side for the tongue. Let's have a look there. So just that little bit of extra color there on the tongue. And what do you think? Pretty happy with that. Just something a little bright. Oh, look, I might actually, one more. Let's make it really, really pop. Every time I do this, I just add a little bit more white. And I reduce the amount that I'm adding in. So this last little bit is really a very small dab. All right, there we go. What do you think?
Andreas thinks he needs some breath mints.
Well, hey, he's not breathing fire at the moment, so anyway.
And someone named Clearest Tape says, "How do I donate, lol?" I think that means donate.
How do I dono? Don't know.
Either they don't know or they want to donate.
I don't know. We might need a clarification there, Clearest Tape. It wasn't the Clearest Tape. Anyway, okay. We have put some colour down there on the where's the bone? Did I not bring bone up? Where is my bone paint? Let's see, is it still in the pack or have I left it on some table somewhere? I have left it, nope, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay. All right, so we're going to start blending through, oh God, why is that not closing? We're going to start blending through colours on the claws now. All right, so I started there with leather brown before, and I've now got a Morghast bone. Essentially,
Yeah, I want to know how to donate.
or how to donate.
Start
You should put donos on. I would have given you $1. All right, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm not doing these for donations. These are okay. Story time. I started the YouTube channel for the club kids when we were in lockdown in April last year. Am I doing this as a business? Am I doing this to make a lot of money? No. I have Patreon now, which is making a few dollars. That is great, but I'm actually donating a lot of that to Anala. Every month I'm giving a sizable portion of the money that I'm getting in from Patreon to Anala, because that is something that is, I think, is far more beneficial for them to get support and for them to be able to provide housing and services for people with disability than what it is for me to get a few extra dollars. You know, I'm not rich in any way. I work hard. I do my job, but this is not here for a money fleecing operation. I'm not interested in that. If I ever start earning money through YouTube, hey, great. That's fine. Whatever comes in, that's it. I don't really. I'm not really interested in that side. I am doing this to provide something for the club kids. So the fact that we're doing this next live stream in the middle of a lockdown again is quite ironic. Anyway, okay. So who's this? Gus, stop trying to get free
A's.
A's. Oh, jeez. Yeah, William, it won't work because I don't teach him anymore. Clear as tape, unexpectedly wholesome. Thank you. I mean, I do it because I love doing it. A lot of people want to because he's just that cool. Trust me, you're probably going to be one of the only people calling me cool. That's okay. Because he's just that cool. Donating donations to support others. Thank you for your hard work, sir. Yeah, I love it. I think Inala is one of those services out there that is so incredibly needed. That seeing that. Hey, story time. So I take the big band to perform at Inala Fair every year. That is quite honestly one of my favourite performances from the big band every single year. It is so much fun. It is so much. David's in the big band. We've been doing it for years. We go, we play, and you look out there and you see all of the patrons of Inala, and you see them out there dancing, just having a good time, and they're just carefree. It is so wonderful. I mean, there's a lot of people there with severe disabilities, people with autism, people with Down syndrome. You know, that what they do to support those people, I think is amazing. I think is absolutely amazing. I love working with Inala. I love working with disabled people, but I know it within myself. I don't believe I could do that job. So if I can help and support them do that job, that's what I can do. That's how I can help. I'll do whatever I can to help, but I think it would break me. It'd break my heart to work with them full time. I don't think I could handle it. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit worked up there. I'm going to stop. We're going to get back to painting Old Dragon here. There is too much blood in my coffee stream, so let's fix that. All right, we're going to start putting
Excuse
a
me?
new. What?
There's too much blood in my coffee stream?
Absolutely. I need to rectify that. I need to put some more coffee in there. There is too much blood in my coffee stream. Have you not heard that before?
You need to calm down so you only say things once.
Okay, I need a flayed brush. One that's not, well, that brush is not only flayed, it's screwed. Let's just get rid of that one. It looks like it had some glue in it. All right, this one, I don't know if you guys can see that. This brush, let's see if I can turn that. Okay, I don't know if you can see there, but it is just starting to split and splay open. That's exactly the sort of brush that I want for right now. I want one that is separating. Okay, so I've got my paint here that I started with.
Gustavo, Gus says you should put a form of ad on your video so you get money to donate. Wang Xishan Gaming says, "Sir, your work is hot fire." And Riri wants you to drink more vodka.
Oh my God, Renee, stop it! No, oh my God, Renee, not Renee, bloody hell, Marie. It's the Riri. It catches me out. This is Renee. No, Marie. Anyway, okay. That looks like it just needs a little bit of going over. All right, why do I want a splayed brush? Well, when you are adding these lines, what happens with a splayed brush is it starts to add lines. It starts to add like threads as you're going down. So you don't want a really clean line. You want a little bit of a mess. You want a few bit of streaking where some of the previous colors show through. What I'm doing now is a mix of that leather and bone. And I'll try to do this quickly so that we can do a few different techniques. But you want portions of the previous colors to show through. There are some amazing paintworks out there of Tyranids. Anyone who's a 40k player would know about Tyranids. Tyranids are bugs. Games Workshop did rip off Starship Troopers, the old original book, for Tyranids, which they did have come back to bite them when Starship Troopers then ripped off Tyranids for how the actual bugs looked in the movie. I'm not saying anything controversial here. This is something that is a well-established fact in the community. Starship Troopers, the book, came first. Games Workshop came second.
Jack Huang said, do you ever paint figurines nails with actual nail polish?
Ooh,
Is that Mr. Huang?
that's Mr. Huang. Okay, no, I don't, but I do know someone who does. That is my good friend. If you look up Ayla13 on YouTube, she is an amazing painter. She is also a physics and chemistry teacher here in Sydney, and is actually the person who replaced me at Games Workshop doing the painting classes on Sunday afternoons. Really, really good friend of mine, love her to bits, and she is a phenomenal painter. So much better than me. So yeah, you want to see some really good painting tutorials, you go check out her channel, Ayla13. She hasn't done much for a while because she's had issues with health, but yeah, she is a brilliant painter.
Andre said they also yoinked the concept of Space Marines.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They yoink so much, and that is. I mean, I'm a big fan of Games Workshop. I always have been. I love Games Workshop. However, and you know that there's a but coming. However, I find it rather ironic that they keep going on with, you know, cease and desist orders for all of these companies. Oh, you can't copy our intellectual property. It's ours. We've copyrighted it. Really? And where did you get it from? Other people? You've copied it off other people? And now you're stopping people from copying yours. Yeah. It's one thing which I really, really do not like from Games Workshop. But that is why they've started changing their names of things. Like Eldar are now called the Eldari. Change the spelling. They can copyright that. They can't copyright the word Eldar. All of their paints. This. Morghast Bone. Yep. What did it used to be called? Bleached Bone. They didn't have the copyright of the name. So when it started being copied by other people, they wanted to re-release the new pigment color Bleached Bone. And they realized, hang on, we don't actually have the rights to the name. So they changed their names. That's why things happen. Because they can copyright new stuff. Old stuff, they didn't have the rights to. Anyway. Yeah, I've been with Games Workshop for too long and have seen too many of their tricks and things. Yeah, anyway. We are doing a lovely slow grow of 40k in the club at the moment, where for the first time we're actually looking at printed dummies. We're using miniatures from Patreon's free download miniatures. We are not using just straightforward copies of Games Workshop models, because that's a bit, yeah, it's a bit how do you do. But we are using copies or recreations for these armies. And it's part of the reason why it's taken me this long to actually do one of these is because another slow grow with the club is because 40k is such an expensive hobby to get into. I haven't pushed it with club kids for so long because it is very expensive, and I can't justify doing that when you really need to spend like $800 to get into an army. That's too much. But what we're doing right now is a slow grow printed army. And Joel, I don't know if you're in the chat, but Joel, a good friend of mine, one of the club originals, he is printing up half the armies for me, or more than half the armies for me, and I'm printing up the others. And we're doing these armies for about $30. About a 1,500 point army for about $30.
Holly said Ailish is working right now, but she says hi.
Hi, Ailish. Thank you.
And Andrea said, rip my wallet. Games Workshop dropped a Death Corps and Orcs Kill Team box recently.
Oh, yes. Well, guess what? I have orcish sort of models, and I have Death Guard-ish models. So, yeah, I can print them for you. A lot cheaper. Okay. I always believe in supporting the original content owners. So, I would not support things like getting photocopies of rule books or getting illegal downloads of codices. That doesn't actually help anyone in the hobby. If you do the rule book, buy the book. That supports the company and means that they don't jack their price up more because people are getting it for free and they're losing out money.
And Steph says hi too.
Hi, Steph. How are you guys going? I don't know why, but it always seems to be the drama class from last year that comes into my chat more often than my music class. Why? Maybe you guys were more interested in the... Anyway, doesn't matter. Great to see you. It really is. Well, I don't see you. Great to have... Thank you.
Gus asked Joel standing for... It's Joe Cunningham, right?
Yeah, Joel Cunningham. Yeah. Joel is one of my original club members and love him to bits. He has a heart of gold. He's also one of 3 of my patrons that are ex-club members. Riri, yep, thank you, latest one, and Mr. Kennedy, who is my one and only supporter for A Coin for the Bard, which he's doing just as a means of supporting me, and I really appreciate it. It's great. All right, okay, so we've done our... That's actually the 3rd color on the claws now, because we had an original one, which would have been Beastie Brown. Then we did, today, Leather Brown. And then lastly, I've just done a mix of Morgust Bone and Leather Brown. Now we go to just a straightforward Morgust Bone.
Holly said, what do you mean? It's not like we send a group-wide message out when the stream is on. Is I Lau? That's your old prac student, Mr. Lau, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, congrats on 500 subs. Did you get a new camera?
Hey!
The video looks so crisp.
Camera, okay. Josiah, thank you for joining in. And yeah, the camera, it's actually, I don't know if you can see it there. How about if I just turn that? Wow! Look at this. It's not mine. It's actually Eddie Woo's. So Mr. Woo from school, from WooTube. That is one of his old cameras, which he has lent to me for my channel. So all of you guys get to have the benefit of a beautiful, crisp quality video. Hang on, I just realized I'm not really... Ooh.
Ruri said, wait, do I count as an original? I don't know who it is, so I don't know if that's true.
That's Marie.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, I was talking to Marie only just the other night.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, Marie...
And said, where's this bard and how do I get in on this action? I missed some of the conversation, so I don't know the context.
Okay. Where's the bard and how do I get in on the... Oh, hang on. I know what you're talking about. Okay. When you subscribed to my Patreon, you would have seen that there were 3 levels. The first one, $1, a coin for the bard. I'm the bard, I'm a music teacher. Hello. The second level is the hobby goodness, the hobby table. I forget exactly what it's called. So either the hobby goodness or the hobby table, something along that line. And it's the first point where you actually get the STL file from Ian, and that's at $4. For $6, you get live streams, additional content, and when we get to $500 in the Patreon, I open up a Discord chat, and that, or a Discord or Facebook group or whatever, decided by patrons. And that will be there, and that's at the $6 one, which is the full tackle. So yes.
Gus says you could try Twitch streaming sometimes.
I have been told that a number of times.
And you can hold fundraisers. You can host fundraisers.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about Twitch. Marie has actually offered to help me with that because she does some Twitch streaming. I don't know. Another one of our regulars on here, David Bennett, he does Twitch live streaming as well. So I could ask their advice on that. But yeah, hey, I've joined Instagram this year. That's something. Last year I learned Premiere Pro, OBS Studios, more work on Photoshop, along with all of the programs I needed for teaching. So, yeah, there's only so much that the brain can handle, and I think I exceeded that last year.
Andrea says bonus points for hot tubs. I don't know what that's in regards to.
I don't want to know. Andreas, sometimes you really worry me.
Oh no, it's much worse.
Oh God, what? Oh, is there some person out there that Twitch streams from a hot tub and it's really just...
Oh, that.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, I agree with Holly. Andreas, don't suggest that.
No. We are not going there. Yeah, don't worry. I worry all the time, Andreas. I really do. Okay, I think we're getting close to finishing up these claws. What?
10 minutes left on the stream if it goes for an hour.
Whoa! What? How have we been going for that long?
Oh wait, hang on, no, it's... Oh, sorry, I was just looking at the end time, which I thought was going to be 4 o'clock. But no, it started streaming 34 minutes ago, so we still have 25 minutes.
That's not right.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
No, it is 3:50. We started...
Oh, it started at 3.
Yeah, I deliberately...
I posted the announcement to the club Discord at 2:59.
Yeah. All right. I'm getting there. All right. I can't believe how fast these live streams do go. Just, you start getting into it and then all of a sudden they're done. Oi, oi, oi. All right. I've got to find out after this if I've actually got a game tonight. I play in 2 different campaigns that, as a player. I'm in a Star Wars game, Star Wars role-playing, and I'm in a D&D 5e campaign. And the DM is the same in both groups. Players are sort of half the same in both groups. And really, really love getting out to see those guys. Obviously, we can't at the moment, but we have done some online gaming over the holidays, and I've also run my own D&D over the holidays. We got 1 session in, which was good. Pity we didn't get another one, but anyway. Okay, with this, the bone work, you want the darker end towards the quick, and the lighter end towards the claw, towards the tip of the claw, and that's just. I'm mainly using this as a dry brushing because I'm trying to do it quickly. What I would do if I had more time is streak that with a fine detailed brush so that I had these lines going through underneath. So, but yeah, by using the splayed brush, I do end up missing bits, and that's actually giving me that same or similar effect. All right. Well, we've only got like 10 minutes left. Are there any more questions? Anyone have any questions that they want to ask about what's coming up for the channel? What's happening? Any questions for me? Any questions for advice for how you can do things? Anything, any general life advice? Come and ask Dr. Felton. You know, I'm not a doctor, don't worry. That's looking good. That's looking good. Oh, the teeth. The teeth need a bit too. That I'm not going to do with this brush though. I need something a bit better than that. That needs...
Andreas has got any plans for battle reports?
Whoa, that is an interesting one. I have actually toyed with that idea. I think if I did one, I'd actually rather show a D&D one. Maybe, don't know. Sounds interesting. But I think the idea of a battle report is very interesting. But there are a lot of people already out there that do battle reports, and they do them very well. Midwinter Minis, there's a really good one. They do great battle reports.
Oh.
And I would thoroughly recommend people jump onto Midwinter Minis and watch some of his battle reports, because I will be going to that as well to learn more about... That brush is no good. To learn more about 9th edition 40k. I don't have a decent fine detail brush out here. There we go. That might actually be the best one. All right. So it looks like I started it before, but let's just continue. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this bone onto each tooth, and I'll do this side while I'm here. All right. But yeah, what do you guys reckon? If you wanted a battle report, you think that might be a good idea? I'm going to need to learn how to play 9th edition 40k first. That'll be something. I have not actually played 9th edition. I really want to, which is part of the reason why we're starting off this this slow grow. I got to say, I'm so chuffed with this slow grow idea. We have, I think, 8 or 9 girls who are joining us in this. At the moment, I believe we have almost as many girls in the club as we do boys. And that might sound like I'm making that as a sexist comment. Why am I pointing out the girls? Well, it's not sexist. It's actually, I'm really chuffed that we have so many girls joining the club at the moment. It has predominantly been boys all the way along. Marie will be able to attest to this because she was one of the first girls to join. And not only that, she was also the first female officer we ever had in the club. She was my adjutant. Now you remember who she is, don't you? And she was my adjutant, and she organized me like you wouldn't believe. It was fantastic. When I'm running around trying to get stuff done, Marie was the person making sure it ran smoothly. Really, Kayla was the next female officer. It did take quite some time.
Andrea suggested warmer hordes instead, because there isn't as much warmer hordes content out there.
Whoa, that's interesting. I like that idea.
I am actually on a warmer hordes subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
It's so small.
All right, well, that's a possibility. We could do a warmer hordes. Warmer hordes, or maybe even Kings of War or something like that. So, because I want to do another slow grow at the beginning of next year, where we do Kings of War. So, for those that don't know, Kings of War is a game that sort of cropped up in the ashes of fantasy, and it is all about mass troops. Just lining those guys up, huge horde armies, and all on little movement trays. Oh, look at those teeth. That's looking good. Liking that. Liking that. Ah, yes. There we go. All right, so I think we're nearly done on that. All right, come on, focus, focus. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Come on. Oh my goodness, come on, camera. Oh my goodness me. Let's cover that up. No. Oh my God. Why are you being such a poo? There we go. Stay on me. Stay on me. No. There we go. All right. Teeth. Claws. Looking good. Tongue. All right, so we've got a bit more character going now in the guy. Very happy with that. All right, what are we going to work on next? We probably don't have a lot of time to do much today, so that's sort of probably where he's going to be at today. I'm wondering, actually, I've got some purple out. Could I add a little bit of a highlight underneath some of the, oh, I don't know, maybe, no, I'll leave that. That'll take too long. All right. Well, we didn't get to the base. Sorry, Maddie. But I'd very much like to get that base done so that I can stick this guy down. But I need to also work on the scales so that I can get to them. All right, there he is. All right, guys, that might do us for today. All right, let's come back to our original camera angle. Hey, good old Mr. McDragon. We're going to come up with a name. Maybe you guys might like to do that. Come up with a name for our red dragon. Oh, man, he's looking good. Okay, love dragons. Absolutely love dragons. They are my favorite mythical creature of all time. Somebody asked me recently, do I know how many dragon models I have? Not a clue. Not a clue, but if I had to estimate, I reckon there'd be at least maybe 25 dragons. Probably closer to 30.
I have a joke.
Mm-hmm.
With the number of dragons that you have, and the fact that you're a music teacher, probably even in your dreams you would imagine dragons.
Oh my God.
And yes, I suggested the name Keith. I like it.
Yes, no, not Keith. All right, guys. I think we might leave that there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It is great to see so many of you in that chat. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, Holly agrees with Keith. Oh, good. Name it Keith. Why are we going with Keith? Keith. Anyway, okay. We'll leave it there. Next live stream, what are we going to do? I had originally said that we'd do this one at 500. Last one was 300. What do we do? 750, or did we do it? We'd wait till 1,000. Or from here on out, do I start going like every 2 months? What do you want to see? How regular should I do these? Because I do have a lot of fun with these. Cloeth. Oh. Not bad. I actually...
Keith with an IE instead of an EI.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cloth. Yeah. Okay. They might be cut from the same cloth. I actually have a Dragonborn paladin that I play. Of course, play a paladin, but Dragonborn paladin, and his name is Skolath. Squint your eyes. It might look a little bit like Keith. As regular as you can without burning out, I guess. Yeah, that's a good point. Klaus. No. Okay. All right. We'll bandy some ideas about for that. All right. I think that is about it for me for one day. It's been a lot of staring at the screen today. I appreciate all of you joining in. I really do. Thank you for that. And we might call it a day. Till next time, guys. Thank you. Cheers. Stop.